Hey everyone, welcome back to another SAT math video. This question is from the 2024 official practice bundle 6 module 2 of the math section. The function f defined by f of t equal to 14t plus 9 gives the estimated length in inches of a vine plant t months after Tavon purchased it. Which of the following is the best interpretation of 9 in this context? So I would categorize this problem as a fairly easy one if you know the underlying concept that they're asking about, right? So they are asking about basically what does 9 mean in this equation, right? So the concept you would need to know in order to understand this equation is that of the slope-intercept form of a line, right? So this is the slope-intercept form of a line, y equals mx plus b, where m is our slope, right? And then b is equal to the y-intercept, right? So the slope, if you recall, slope is just simply the rise over run of the line, otherwise known as the rate of change of the line. But what about the y-intercept? Well, recall that every straight line on the graph, right, it will eventually somehow touch the y-axis, right? So the y-intercept simply represents the value of y when the function or the line touches the x-axis. So in this case, our y-intercept is at the origin, but if it were, like, say, this line, our y-intercept would be up here, right? So what would it mean if we have this graph, right? Our graph f of t basically would look something like this, where we have the time in months, right? So this would be our months, months since when? Months since he purchased it, months after he purchased it, and then this is h is going to be our height, right? So our line would basically be it would like if we were in this quadrant, we would say like 9 is over here, right? This would be 9, and then our y-intercept would, or our line rather, would go through the y-intercept and continue on in this direction because it grows at a constant rate of 14 inches for every month t, right? So now that we have this all drawn out, how can we decide what is the right answer, right? Well, let's just think about what the y-intercept in this context means, right? So if t is equal to 0, this function, right, if I write this function out where t is equal to 0, we would have 14 times 0 plus 9, meaning that at month 0, when t is equal to 0, t is the number of months, right? At month 0, the length in inches is 9, right? Or our y-intercept. So that basically is telling us that when he first has the plant, it was 9 inches, right? So just by going that off that alone, we know that D is our answer. And let's just see why these other ones aren't right? Tavon will keep the vine plant for 9 months. Again, doesn't really make sense because where in the equation does any value tell us how long he's going to keep it? So that's how we know that one's wrong. The vine plant is expected to grow 9 inches each month. That's actually incorrect because we know that it's supposed to grow for every month t 14 inches, right? So that's also incorrect. And then the last one, the vine plant is expected to grow at a maximum of 9 inches. Again, we don't know any maximum or minimums based off of this equation, right? We only know the rate at which it will grow and the y-intercept, right? So again, this one is wrong. So hopefully this made sense to you. Again, the concept to understand for this problem is lines in slope-intercept form. If there's anything I can do to make these videos better and more easy to understand, please feel free to let me know. As always, check out Khan Academy. They have a lot of great SAT prep as well as other subjects for self-study. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.